everyone. Welcome to what is the actually fifth one of these curriculum meetings. These are a collaboration between the high school PTSA and the high school administration, so thank you. Today we will have a presentation from Mr. Fisher and the physical education department. This meeting will be recorded, and you can find the recording of this and all of our previous ones of these on the high school website. Everyone will remain on mute. If we have time, you can put some questions in the chat, and hopefully the phys ed department can answer them at the end. And so now I'll turn it over to Mr. Fisher and the physical education department.
Good morning, and thank you for taking the time to allow us to present our outstanding program for physical education here at Syosset High School. I'm Scott Stuber. I'm the District Director for Physical Education, Athletics, and Recreation, and I'm fortunate to be here today with several members of our health and physical education staff who are excited to highlight their programs. The Syosset High School Physical Education Department prides itself on offering one of the most comprehensive curriculums that provide students with a variety of educational experiences where students can explore and identify areas of interest. Physical education is a required subject for students in grades K through 12, and at the high school level, students earn a half credit of physical education each academic year. The goal of a quality physical education program such as ours is to ensure our students have the knowledge and skills to participate in a variety of healthy activities, understand and appreciate the benefits of maintaining a healthy lifestyle, understand how to evaluate and access resources within their community, and to pursue healthy activities and lifestyles, and even be aware of the many career opportunities available in this field. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce one of our great staff members, Mr. Brett Waxer.
Good morning. Thank you for this opportunity. Most of our incoming freshmen will enroll in General 9 PE, where they will continue to build on the skills and game strategies introduced at the middle school levels. Students will participate in a variety of team and individual sports, net sports, and recreational games. Some of our freshmen may choose to register for Dance 1, taught by a certified dance instructor. Students enrolled in dance also have the opportunity to earn a half credit in fine arts. Additionally, ninth graders do have the opportunity to register for one of our aquatic classes, which we will explain more in a few minutes. 10th grade students have similar opportunities as with the freshmen. Depending on their knowledge and skill levels, some sophomores may take advanced aquatics and even lifeguard classes. Students who have successfully completed Dance 1 may choose to continue in our dance program by enrolling in Dance 2, earning both a half credit in physical education and fine arts. Another option for 10th grade students is our strength and conditioning classes, which we will elaborate more later in the presentation. The adapted physical education program is designed to meet the needs of students as per the individualized educational program. Instruction is differentiated to meet their needs of individual students while providing participation in an inclusive environment. In addition to traditional sports and gameplay, students have weekly opportunities to work in our fitness center where they can develop their strength, cardiovascular endurance, and balance. By the time students are juniors and seniors, we feel that they should have an opportunity to select classes that best fit their needs as a phys ed student. We're very conscious, we're very understanding that not every student feels as comfortable in a phys ed setting, so therefore we have 4 electives that they could choose from. The first one I'm going to discuss is Yoga, Core, and More. Yoga and Core and More is designed for students that they don't love being in the gym setting. They might not want to play team sport activities, individual sport activities, but they really want to hone in on themselves. They want to be able to decompress. They want to be in a relaxed atmosphere. And like I said, be able to focus on personal goals. And in this class, they have these opportunities. The next class is Lifetime Sports. Lifetime Sports is for kids who want to be in the gym setting. They want to play some activities in there. They want to do some team and individual sports, but they want to be in a low competitive atmosphere. Here, usually music's playing. They're very social. But we focus on activities such as pickleball, which is a really hot new activity that everyone's doing. They actually have opportunities to learn how to be the foundations of golf, which we think is important as they move through their college career and maybe move into their work field and maybe have to go to an outings, and just be able to know how to hold a golf grip and whatnot is important for these kids. As we move on, Total PE. Total PE is a great mix of a class. We have some kids that are competitive, some kids that are not as competitive. And for us, it's a great opportunity for the kids to really explore into some team activities and some individual activities. And we really feel that the kids have a great atmosphere or opportunities in the team sport, Total PE classes in that class. Lastly is team sports. Team sports is our class that is designed for the kids who love to be competitive, kids that what we in the world have heard a lot of tryhards, kids that just come and they feel that it's not a bad thing to dive on the ground to sweat. Kids that are just self-motivated and just love the competition. This is not a class that's just for all athletes. We have kids that don't have the opportunities to play on sport teams, and maybe this is their environment that they feel they could be in a competitive atmosphere. They could be in a tournament play and maybe in the finals of a game and be able to see what a true teammate's all about. And for team sports, that's a great opportunity for them. In the next slide here, we're going to have 4 of our students be able to talk about their experiences in the electives that we just spoke about. And as you can see, you could just listen to what they have to say.
I love being a part of Lifetime Sports because I get to have fun with my friends while playing all the PE activities in a low competitive environment. Hi, I love being part of Total PE because I can be both competitive and have fun throughout the day. I love that we play both individual and team sports, and I love making new friends. As student athletes that take yoga core more, it's a great way to decompress after practices and games.
As a Yoga Core More student, I love being able to come to this room to meditate, relax, and just shut my mind off for a few minutes.
Team sports is one of my favorite parts of the day. I can play sports in a high stress, high competitive, high energy environment where I am not feared of being called a sweat or a tryhard.
So thank you for this opportunity. As you could tell, we really pride ourselves on letting or having these opportunities for kids to be able to really hone in on what makes them feel most comfortable in the phys ed setting. And at this time, I'd like to pass on to Kathy Seitz and Terry Tozer, who are going to talk about our Aquatics program.
Hi, I'm Kathy Seitz, and this is Terry Tozer. We are the teachers for Aquatics and the American Red Cross certified instructors. We are very proud of our aquatic program. We offer 4 electives for our students: aquatics, advanced aquatics, lifeguarding, and water safety instruction. We have a wonderful filter program. Many of our students stay with us for all 4 years. And when certified, our students work as lifeguards at our pool. They teach learn to swim classes and volunteer at Saturday morning swims and also with stingrays. Our aquatics classes and our advanced aquatics classes are available to students grades 9 through 12. They're available to students of all swimming abilities from beginner to advanced. We provide opportunities for students to learn at their own pace. We also offer certification to those students for CPR and using an AED. We teach all types of aquatic skills and swimming skills, from diving to flip turns to even basic aquatic skills. Some students don't even know how to swim when they come into the program. And we also provide opportunities for students to learn the prerequisite skills needed to take the lifeguarding and WSI classes that Ms. Tozer is going to talk about now.
Thanks. So like Kathy said, we really love that the students have an opportunity all throughout high school, each year that they're a part of the high school, to be in the aquatic setting. And one of these classes is the lifeguard training class, which is through the American Red Cross. And it's a certification class. And through this class, students will be able to develop so many skills not only the physical skills needed for life saving and rescue skills and CPR skills, but they develop responsibility, they develop self-advocacy skills. When it comes to looking for a job, we make them a part of that process when we help them look for employment. And it's something that they can do not only seasonally, but once they're certified, they can work all year round, which is a nice opportunity for them. It's great for their college applications. When they go off to college, one of my students just got accepted to a college with a pool. She's very excited. She could use these skills down the road. And so we really, we love that they can have these opportunities in the future. We have a student on the next slide who's going to share his experience with you.
I recently applied to a job, and for like a couple months now, I've been working as a lifeguard at Lifetime, and it's really a rewarding experience. I met a bunch of new coworkers that are just really friendly and amazing people, and it's just a great environment to work in.
Yeah, we love when our students share those. And then another opportunity when students come back and they share, and this was actually on the news. We had a student about 4 years or so ago who graduated, took all the classes throughout the aquatics programs and was on the news. And she really put her skills to the test when she made a rescue, had to, save someone from the water, a little boy, did CPR, and was out in the community working. So we take a lot of pride and joy when we are able to give these skills, students, the skills that they need to go out into the community, not only in school as we hire them at Syosset High School, but they're also out about in the community. And another course that we teach is the water safety instructor course. This is a new course as of the last couple of years, and we worked hard to get it as a part of our program here. We are the only high school on Long Island that offers WSI certification. So when students are juniors and seniors and they want to look to finish off their career here at Syosset, we're able to offer this class. They have the opportunity to learn all skills necessary to teach swimming. If that's something that they desire to do, they can teach from infant all the way through adulthood. So we have students working the Learn to Swim program here at Syosset. They do the adult ed program, they lifeguard, they teach swimming. So they're really building their college resume, also adding this to their experience and their employment opportunities. So we've been really, really blessed to be able to have all this to offer these kids.
And last but not least, we offer CPR AED training and certifications for all of our students. 9th and 10th graders receive hands-only CPR training every year. We offer bystander CPR AED certifications for aquatics and advanced aquatic students, and CPR for the professional rescue for the lifeguarding and WSI students. Thank you so much. And here's Mr. Murtha, Mike Murtha, with the Strength and Conditioning Program.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you guys doing today? Thank you for the opportunity to talk about the Strength and Conditioning Program. Syosset's fortunate enough to have one of the top facilities in New York State, built a few years back, which allows us to have one of the top programs in New York State. The staff consists of 4 teachers, myself, Miss Ward, Mr. Waxer, and Mr. Barkavich. We have the opportunity to offer 28 sections to all our students in 10th, 11th, and 12th. Therefore, this is an elective class. With that being said, we try to ask them to continue to come here with a positive attitude. We want them to work through all the different activities that we introduce. We want them to experience different types of programming, different types of lifts, different types of activities, as well as learn some social emotional health as well with their students, introducing each other to new people, new faces, and different opportunities to advance themselves personally. And we feel that this is a class that offers them to actually perform stuff, not just in school, but to take this outside to their own gyms, to their own homes, and hopefully even bring it back to their own families. Some of the things that we do offer with basic trainings, we talk about free weights, dumbbells, barbells, different types of machines that we have, if you saw in that first slide, bodyweight activities as well. We talk about conditioning. We use the jump rope. We do speed work on the track. We'll do some stuff even up and down the stairs, hopefully this year. And a lot of it's, again, it's performance based, but you're actually competing against yourself. All right. And it's easy to, and I think a lot of kids that are at the higher level of intelligence, they like to see themselves in personal gains and not have to compete against someone else like some of the other phys ed classes. This they can see their own growth. They improve from 5 push-ups to the next time we have 6 push-ups. Plyometrics with box jumps, broad jumps, hurdles. We also have program basics such as muscular endurance. We talk about muscular strength. And also we talk about max strength testing, such as how to perform a 1-rep max. We always talk about the why we do things, what type of body part we're using, why the muscle, what we can use it for, and how you can use it actually in your daily activity. Safety is always first with us. We always tell them not to sacrifice technique for a max lift. We always want them to increase as they go through. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Some of our best practices, you can see that's a group of young men that are part of our 1,000-pound club. We also have a 600-pound lift club where we talk about Olympic lifts such as deadlift. We have power cleans, we have squat, and we have bench press. So the combination of those lifts come up to one of our clubs. And this is something we offer, and the kids get actually a band. And the band is actually, we talk about Earn the Ring. We developed with the technology program, with our laser jet, they actually carved out this personal or PR bell that we made. And the kids actually come up there and they get to ring it. Usually on Fridays, we try to do 1-rep maxes. We try to have those kids on Friday. They'll do some type of challenge. And those are the things that we try to do. Those are incentive programs that we offer. Stationary, dynamic warm-ups, time stations, superset, giant sets. Those are some of the things, how we control the atmosphere, especially with 28 sections. We have 2 classes in there for most of the periods throughout the day. It's about 40 students in there with two instructors. And then we also do group rotations and partners, so you develop a relationship with other people outside of your normal academic day. We have strength and leaderboards for male and female to offer different types of records for in the class. All right. And then we offer stuff also. It's not just all athletes in here. We offer things for all the students, the opportunities to succeed. Some of the things you could see, the TRX band, one of our students is over there. That's on our strength and conditioning Instagram. Gabby's actually flying across on a TRX band. Those are a lot of body weight stuff. And then you have another athlete right there. Katie's actually doing chain dips. That's a 20-pound chain. Pretty impressive to see some of these young students actually challenge themselves and push themselves beyond where they actually think they can do themselves. Strength and power is one of the things we talk about. Cardio equipment is offered as well in the back of the gym. You can see some of those in the background. We have footwork and speed we work on. Again, those bands and chains you can see that we offer. We try to, again, update each year. We try to do new and improved different ways of technique to offer the same thing about strength and speed, but it's another way to offer, and it might inspire another student to continue this outside. TRX bands are great, medicine balls and kettlebells as well. Just again, thank the community, because without this is one of the things with the new facility being built allowed us to offer, okay, the amount of classes that we're able to offer in this sections. Thank you so much. Next, I would like to introduce Mr. Fisher, okay, for wellness and advisory program. Come on up, Mr. Fisher.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. So I'm the real Shy Fisher. The man you met before is Mr. Stuber. I'm an administrative assistant. I oversee health, and I help out with our phys ed department. And I wanted to talk a little bit about our wellness advisory program, which I know myself, the departments, both of them, the community, everyone involved is extremely proud of. As I talk to other professionals on Long Island, whether they're teachers, whether they're administrators, most students on Long Island have to wait until junior year to take the state mandated health class. And here in Syosset, we're actually really lucky. Well, we all know that to get current health information, the younger we start, the younger we're able to reach out to these kids and get them at a young age, it's that much more effective. And we're able to offer that through our wellness and advisory program to our 9th and 10th graders right now. Anything new that comes up, yes, curriculum includes nutrition, HIV. In the last couple of years, for example, vaping became the new epidemic. How do we address that? Well, we don't want to wait till 11th grade, so we have a wellness program that we can include our vaping lessons into. Anything current that comes up. So I'm going to call up Mr. Faber. He's going to talk a little more about our structure and curriculum, and then I'll make a cameo appearance right after him as well.
Hey, good morning, everybody. So in wellness, I'm very fortunate. I'm a health teacher, but I'm very fortunate to team teach some of these wellness classes with the phys ed teachers. And so it's a phys ed teachers class, right? The general PE class. They come out of the gymnasium for 2 classes a month into a classroom setting. And we're able to give them this little sample of health education classes. And we have 4 topics that we kind of go by. So for 2 years, the students are going to learn about stress, substance abuse, fitness, nutrition, and then also sexuality. You notice that there's always a component of SEL, which I'm going to cover on the next slide. So you always think about wellness as a, I know it's cheesy, but it's a little appetizer, right? Kids are getting a little appetizer, a little health information. And the beauty of this program is that we're so flexible. We can change on a dime if we need to talk about anything that's going on currently in our community, in our school. And because it's the phys ed teacher's class, there's also this advisory component, right? There's a lot of trust with the phys ed teacher and their students, and we work well together. And we also bring in a lot of different speakers that come in to talk to these students. So it's never the same thing. We kind of keep them on their toes in terms of what we're doing. So you hear this term SEL, and I'm not going to read it because you can read it yourself, but basically, even as 9th graders, these are young adults, and we're trying to teach them how to become true adults. What's going to happen when they leave this place? What type of person they're going to be, how they're going to be remembered, and how they're going to be able to handle their situations, whether they're going to go for a job, interview for a college, if they're going for a specialized college and have to interview for something, how are they going to handle having a roommate, okay? And if they're not going to go to college, how are they going to handle living at home? And so SEL is basically teaching students how to show empathy, how to be supportive, how to manage their emotions, right? How to be good people. And some of the lessons we were able to do, we did growth mindset this year. We talk about gratitude. Right now we're doing social etiquette. We're talking about my diverse self. There's so many lessons out there that are beneficial to these kids, and this idea of just getting them to be good people. Right. So it's a wonderful program. I love teaching wellness. I think the kids appreciate it. I know it's tough pulling kids out of the gym. I get it. But when we get them in that classroom, when we have these discussions, it's definitely worthwhile. And as I mentioned before, we do have this ability to talk about other topics, and we do bring in some guest speakers. And these guest speakers will talk about things such as mindfulness. We'll talk about vaping. We'll talk about bullying. This spring, every single 9th and 10th grade is going to learn a little CPR, AED, and first aid. And then we have our drug and alcohol counselor, Ms. Taylor, coming in. So do things on substance abuse. We bring in our peer kids will teach lessons. Our 9th graders come in from the peer program, teach lessons. Our seniors come in and teach lessons. It's just a great overall program. And with that said, Mr. Fisher is going to come back up and talk to you about something new and exciting that's going to start up hopefully next year.
Thank you. So something, like Rich said, something new that we are extremely excited about that we'll be offering each 9th grader starting this fall for a half credit is our SEAL course. So what exactly is CEAL, the SEAL acronym, and what does this course offer? You're probably asking. The acronym stands for Cultural Engagement Through Advisory Leadership. The course itself will be incorporating our existing 9th grade wellness advisory lessons that you just heard Mr. Faber talk about, but it will also provide us the capacity to build off that curriculum, dive deeper into that specific content, and expand to other curricula that will also include a cultural competency component. Topics will include how we can acclimate into the Syosset High School climate and culture. What does it mean to be a part of a community? and how one becomes part of that community, diversity and acceptance of differences, character education and how it relates to the core principles of Syasa Pride, patience, respect, integrity, dignity, and empathy, digital citizenship and how to navigate a digital world, and examining bias and discrimination and how we can all act as allies. The course will be taught by one of our health teachers, and all of the lessons will continue to be highlighted and reinforced for all students in their sophomore year during Wellness Advisory. As I said earlier, the teachers, the departments, both of them are super excited for this class, really looking forward to its implementation this coming fall. And I am now going to pass the presentation off to Mr. Tozer, who's going to talk to you a little bit about our exercise physiology class.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. So exercise physiology was introduced to Syosset High School about 12 years ago. It was a branch off of the Introduction to Sports Medicine class, where the students will come in and they learn the science of exercise. It's a very unique class to the high school. I believe there is only one other school in Long Island that actually has an exercise physiology class, and we happen to be the second. This unique experience, every quarter, the students will be in a classroom for half the time. And then the second half of each quarter, we take a trip down to the physical education world, where we're either using gymnasium space or we are using the new weight room. And it's a fantastic experience. So throughout the year, the students will learn this is the introductions to exercise physiology, what it is about. We talk about metabolic calculations, how the body burns calories over the course of time of exercise, and how it incorporates with body weight and VO2 max. And it's a unique program because we have some math involved. We also talk about the heart, the anatomy of the heart, and the anatomy of blood moves through the heart. And we also take a look at EKGs. I'll show you a couple of pictures in a second. So you can see on your screen, we go over all these different areas. And then in the physical education world, we go down, we do exercise testing. Currently right now, we are utilizing the dance room, and we are doing a stretching unit incorporating yoga and introducing students to yoga and the benefits of yoga. Eventually, we'll be back doing some cardiovascular exercises and understanding recovery heart rate, and try to incorporate what everybody else has said, just to incorporate lifelong activities. As you can see in this picture, we have lots of different things, and there's many pictures here. We talk about sports nutrition, what athletes should be eating versus not eating. We talk about the benefits of resistive training for all different ages, from youth right up to the elderly. You can see the picture of the EKG. We do show students EKGs and teach them about the PQRST waves, what they all represent, what cardiologists and exercise physiologists look for in an EKG to see if there's something wrong with irregular heart rates. We also talk about the anatomy of the muscle, not just the muscles of the body, but how the muscle actually moves and works with motor units. And up in the top corner, you will see a picture of a person on a treadmill. Sometimes we do run some field trips. We go to Adelphi University, where they have a great exercise physiology lab. We bring in some guest speakers to talk to the students. It's a great stepping stone to go into college. If your students, your children want to take this class because they're thinking about exercise physiology, athletic training, physical therapy, occupational therapy, even pre-med, this is a great stepping stone into moving on and transitioning to the college world. So I want to thank you for this time and opportunity, and I'm going to pass you back to Mr. Scott Stuber. Thank you. Our interscholastic athletic program is an extension of our phys ed program, and any quality educationally based interscholastic athletic program provides students with an appreciation and understanding of sportsmanship, teamwork, commitment, and perseverance. While winning is part of our overall goal, it is not the objective of sport participation. Our varsity teams are highly competitive. We're very successful. Out of 36 teams, the majority of our teams do qualify for the playoffs. We've had 6 county championship teams over the last year, 3 Long Island championship teams, and even a state championship team coached by our very own Mr. Fisher. At the varsity level, students earn their playing time. Everyone has a role on the team, and the coaches talk about what their role is going to be so students have an understanding. At the JV level, which a lot of the 9th and 10th graders participate in, whether it's JV, JVA, JVB, this level gives the students an opportunity to continue to grow as a student athlete, develop physically and cognitively, so that hopefully one day, if they choose to continue playing, they can earn a spot on the varsity team. Our varsity teams are members of Section 8. So if you ever hear the term Section 8, that has to do with Section 8 athletics, which is Nassau County. Since Long Island is so heavily populated, all of Nassau County is Section 8, all of Suffolk County is Section 11. When you go upstate, sometimes there's multiple counties within a section. We are governed by the New York State Public High School Athletic Association. So we have to follow all of their rules and guidelines, the State Ed Department, and the National Federation of High Schools. Again, educationally based athletics, which is how our program runs, is not club sports. So I know with the growth of a lot of club sports that you see in the travel world, sometimes there's a different philosophy. And again, ours is an extension of the classroom. We do have 3 seasons. So students coming up from the middle school have a 4 season where they have winter 1, winter 2. We go fall, winter, spring, and the sports unfortunately don't always align. And I'll show that in my next slide in a second. All of our candidates for our teams must have a physical on file with the school nurse. They must register on family ID within 30 days of the start of the season. That's a state requirement. So like come August, if our first sports start like August 26th, around there, we really wouldn't open up registration on that platform until the very end of July. Our varsity and JV teams practice usually 6 days a week. It's a commitment. I'll talk about the season start dates in a moment, but a few other things I want to talk about that we offer which really makes Syosset Athletics such a great program. We have an outstanding athletic training staff, Mr. Tozer and Miss Beek. So not only are they there at all of our practices and games and to help the coaches treat any potential injuries, which is part of their job, but one thing they really do well is they prepare students to return to play, make sure they're healthy, so they're participating at an optimal level and getting them back on the field when possible. And they also make sure we're not bringing them back too fast. We have an outstanding out-of-season strength and conditioning program, which is overseen by Mr. Chris Gagstetter. Again, teams will have opportunities to train in season, but there's an out-of-season training that is open to all students who are participating on athletic teams, which are sports-specific. And that goes in line with all of the other opportunities for all of our students to use our fitness center. And many of our coaches will run out-of-season intramurals, which is an opportunity for kids who maybe they don't have a sport in a particular season, and it gives them a chance to continue to develop the skills that will hopefully allow them to have more success as they move forward. And go on to the next slide. I think this is an important slide. This is all of our sports that we offer at the high school level. So as I said, Syosset supports one of the largest athletic programs in New York State. We have 36 varsity sports. I'm proud to say that we were recognized as a school of distinction. 100% of our teams were scholar athlete teams. To be a scholar athlete team, 75% of the roster has to have a GPA of 90 or higher. So all of our teams reach that criteria. We have 35 JV teams, again, trying to give as many opportunities for students to be part of a team if they choose to be so. And again, as I said, some of the sports have limited rosters and there's tryout period, and it's really critical that they're at every tryout to give them the best chance to make that team. But some of the sports, we generally have an open registration. We try to keep as many as possible. And they can check with my office. We'll let them know what those sports are. But as you can see, the fall season supports football, boys badminton, cross country for boys and girls. We have the game day cheer or sideline cheer, as it's sometimes called, boys and girls soccer, girls swimming and diving, our girls tennis programs in the fall, and boys and girls volleyball, which is important to note because in a modified level, volleyball is done for girls in winter 1 and for boys in winter 2. So sometimes you may have an athlete who plays soccer or football and they want to play volleyball, and they are in the same season. We asked when parents are planning their vacations to speak with the coaches. Again, the official start dates haven't been released for August. They're pretty late this year. I think August Football will start probably on August 22nd, I believe it is, somewhere around there. That's the talk. So if you're going away on vacation, if you want to meet into the tryouts, it's really the week before school officially starts. The winter season usually starts in mid-November. Again, that date, all those dates are going to be voted on with our association with Section 8 in the coming months. And then the spring sports, which begin in March. And again, we just ask that it is a commitment. A lot of student athletes spend a lot of time preparing. Some of them have aspirations to play at the collegiate level, which is always great to see students go on and have that success. But they are expected to attend practices and games over holiday breaks. So again, when the school schedule comes out, we do have a lot of games scheduled. We have a shortage of officials, so we try to maximize as many dates as we can to give the kids an opportunity to compete. I would like to thank everyone for joining us.